really need to invest in the microphone so that y'all can hear me better. Like the new cut? Do kids still do like, what do you call it, mewing? That's stupid. Okay. At the time of recording this video, I'm about to turn 29 years old, getting up there. And I could say this, that approaching the last year of my 20s, I am very, very satisfied with my life. I'm very happy with all that I've accomplished. And if I was to die today, I would die a very, very happy man. I mean that. Nevertheless, halfway through this year, 2025, while I'm 28 years old, I had what many people in their late 20s and early 30s have, what I guess we call a midlife crisis, if we're allowed to have those. I had this realization of like all these things I had not yet accomplished in life, and I got really down on myself. So one of the ways I like to address all of these thoughts and worries that I have in life is I like to write. And when I write, I feel like I can organize my thoughts. During this one particular day in Oaxaca, I sat down to just see what came out of my head. And I was actually really happy with what I made. And so I made a couple edits. I titled it Almost 30, and it was a way of me juxtaposing what I've already accomplished in my life to that which I still want in life and feel like I haven't yet accomplished at this point in my life. It is a little depressing, but I figured I'd take a shot in the dark and share with you guys a little bit of what I do with my experimental writing. So tell me what you think. And just to be clear, I am very happy with my life. Everything you're about to hear is just how I process. But if I was to die today, I would die one of the happiest men you guys would ever have met. I've done a lot of wonderful things in my life. And dude, I'm here in Colombia. Like, living in Latin America has been one of my dreams for the longest time now. So I'm doing the things I want to do in life. So don't feel bad for me with anything I'm about to say. This is all art. Okay, I'm talking too much. Let me go ahead and get on it. So without further ado, this is Almost 30 by Sean Rourke. Yours truly. 30. That's a big number now, isn't it? Just as 25 was waning overhead on the eve of that birthday to remind you that you were 5 years from 30. Just as 20 reminded you that you were no longer a teenager and you had better start considering future things, adult things, money things, and all your childish things were behind you, because before 20 there was 18. That year you were officially old enough to be prosecuted as an adult, even though you were basically a kid. And now at 28, almost 30, 10 years later, I feel like I've nearly wasted the better part of my life. That's right, I'm 28, almost 30. Where did my time go? My dreams turned into action, turned into production, turned into a fulfilled life, because that's what we're all aiming for now, life fulfilled. And what have I fulfilled? Well, I wrote a few songs. People don't do that. I traveled to a few countries. People don't do that. I learned a few languages, not fluently, but I get by. People don't do that. I read a few books by, where's my list? Oh yes, McCarthy, Shakespeare, although he writes plays, Tolstoy, Dostoevsky, Woolf, there's Hemingway, that's right, Hemingway's on that list, Fitzgerald, Vonnegut, Flaubert, Nabokov. What else have I done? I preached in a church at the age of 18. Psalm 72 of Solomon. People don't do that. But before that, I read the whole Bible at the age of 16. Was it 16? 15? Whatever. I read the Bible. People don't do that. I taught myself piano. Not perfectly, but I can play a tune. People don't do that. And yet I still can't help but feel that I've lost my time. And I lost what I was trying to say here. Oh, right. I'm almost 30. People turn 30. And by the time you're 30, you're expected to have financial stability. I certainly don't feel like I have that yet. Not the kind that I would like to have. The kind that would allow me to do things that people do. Like buy a ring. People do that. Support a family. People do that. Save up for your kids' college. People do that. And before that, save up for their diapers, their Christmas presents, their braces, their broken bones, their first car. People do that. Save up for retirement when you're older, like 60 or whatever, because people do that. And I'm almost 30, and in 30 years after that, I'll be 60. 50 years later, I'll be 80, and by then, I might be dead. Just like all of my dead dreams. But I could also die earlier. It's like, what's the point of saving up for retirement and kids and a wife and whatever if you aren't old, she's not pregnant, because you don't have someone they call her and you call yours. All you have is you by the time you're 30. At least some people do.